edoso na de edimu akotene yenim dia ekoso ewo boko ene ne mpotamu amente me ho ase asodia IGP akọ agoto adamoni omanfo de bi akọ kasa ye hwese de ho komodie akosi na edanchen so ankamantami msofo ena ne bofu chese penyin ba kwa company bi o mo chese demolition order ya wager Ramsar site wonum wo mo edit so no chese watwi na ne kura aso wonti so dogo bi no abe wo bete ho enchemu ni nyina na aban so anamo aban etuo ene kwan a wo fa so galamse no ena awura ba ko chese no krenie enye ni so ensema aban kan yam ne bi atwam ne ba wo ba ye de adwuma wo eye no enye ni so krantin ka be ya aban ompejam na oma ne hom ne so sem ne bi kan we ho anopai medin chem ne nyina ebrew ese no siembre mo kase bokai se DBS Industries Limited enye adwumako a eboti dom na yekenkan ensem nyina ama ho eba edan so bo ene ye ho ne ma papa bi still solutions na concrete a wo ko honma wonsa ebeka bi na wodi ade adwuma pepepe na emu amane ena edahaye hyase na nsam yemfam akai se dia megye so ene abena pokuwa wenie promise ebomichi dom ewo ha ena Miss Malaika GH watchmatum live ewo Facebook and YouTube wo join yan comment no eya fato honum ema me yeshas na nsam ne chemu me mfa nyina ema o na yefiti wodom kuma ne famu a wonim se na watchi mu komokase betomu ya wonye na watchi mpo da ehase Reverend Tim Fojo kwa sin South Abaton Pesuan so a woye wo mo emrese bedwani na so komrese bedwafie so eye ranking member abejekwa wo mo ehwe banbon sem so ene afisem no wono ene wo kasa ema MPP dom kuma na ewo fi honom no wode nsem bi betu dwa ya wo chese wiem hyem nu besi Ghana hase ya wo mo ne ye bi o mo ye na dodo mo di wo hase ni ade no enti ase enim na wo susu se ebia na nipa bonfo bi de fa sa kwan no so ede eye enumode ehudwade bi befa kwa ye de ba ni ho se bebre no a na wode ba no na ho akoyan se hwehwe mu bekọ se de mampani ebe choto no ma wo bo moden ye omaye abambo adwuma koni bia wo mu gyina mo na so pa na mampade bo mu di so munye hwehwemu na wo mu ni panyi no enkase na bia wo information bi wa manebo bia wo mfa ma wo mo na aniche bi ne yetesa ban kasamafo abeka se eye wo sofo na dintro ne se bo kan ni nyina no ehina so bi anim enkobodie na ye konebra saa na watwi mu ne yetese ena before akobodwam wo ni fie wo mo kwakote no na Adom kuma wo mra se bedwa fie ekobo sem wo ni fie chese da bida wo mo entiase ma ne masa ehun sem nyina kokowie ye ene ehun ama ne bo nyame Adom asumdwe ababoko ye nyina yetimu de tie ne se boko so enema bi ekoso hodma entwa yie na eno so de wo how eba na wo hyemu a basabasayo a etisi ho na nipa bakokora fa mo hwene kwa bi prepraye ejapade de pinu anasai police for car na se edanche so a wo mo chese police commander na kasa ne fie wo mase no mrase bedwane wo boko center yo mahama yarga yo majority leader ne fie eka kete wo mo twaje tumu krada chese adonfo boy wo tumi edum ne ntem ena Adom kuma wo mrase bedwa fie chese da bi enima bi se no ensese ekokokoso na Reverend John Ntim Fojo ya wono ena edi Adom kuma na nim wo bambo ne afisem ho nsem no ena wo kasa ye na ansampo na ye betie ne nsem a waka no yewra mrase bedwane wo boko central ena ono so akasa yi mahama ayariga sanso ena ladi ayi ayamba wokopusiga wono ene wo mo mrase bedwane ho no mo wa chese de akoso no antwaye wo makondemo na ebra Reverend Ntim Fojo ekasa efa de asie no ho no yeti de okire.
Baku's instability poses a wider national and regional security risk. The expansion of attacks to other regions, including the Northeast and Ahafo region, have further underscores the urgent need for a more coordinated response. Beyond the immediate security concerns, the instability has devastated the affected communities. Schools have been forced to shut down, depriving children of their right to education, while key institutions and businesses are fleeing the area due to safety concerns. Critical sectors such as education and healthcare are severely impacted, with teachers, nurses, and other professionals refusing postings to Bako for fear of their safety. The continued insecurity is gradually crippling essential services, worsening the plight of residents and deepening the humanitarian crisis. It is evident that the current approach to addressing the conflict has not been sufficient to restore calm. The government must demonstrate greater urgency and decisiveness. The deteriorating situation in Boko is a national concern, and the government must take immediate action to prevent further escalation.
Reverend Intim Fojo ena wotene kanona owie no obaka ya enra yenyanete se IGP ra Christian Tete yunu akopie mu honoma wodi nkobo se de beye na somdwe beba na wode se bi koto dwa kire se wo bo wo mo amane esese emabu na wo mo asesa wo makode ekontokwa ne ade no wo mo eba fom mo makoma ba fom na mo do mo sekan wo mato ne ade nyina gu honom se enei ye mabu en wo bokon ne potem yesi yen kontokwa biem ye fasumdue a ye koyanim no yenti sansensem we biem a wo bema wo mo special we na special offer nkasa eba no recruitment a wo mo de ko police adwuma konum a wo mo ebe mo special offer na nsem o kan yei ana nkrofo se bo me na sabodo kan sase na wempo ya sama de krokro na asema bafie ne ase yenkoka masumdwem na we ye bibia ye de krokro nipa ededa nipa eno na dom kuma no akasa biem ya wo mo echese no krenye sansam na IGP kan ye ne de wan kan ye kra.
To say that lay down your tools, and that if you lay down your tools, we will consider you for recruitment. It's something that one cannot understand. Why should people, I mean, yes, it is important. In order to de-escalate the situation in the Boko enclave, it is important that we get all parties involved to lay down their tools. But for me, it would be absurd to recruit people into the security services based on the fact that they've laid down their tools. What it means that if you do not even meet the criteria to be recruited into the security service, you will be recruited into the security service because you have laid down your tool. That obviously is not the way to go. It is important that we deal with the Boko issue once and for all. I mean, if we all know the sensitivities surrounding the Boko issue, so if we are not careful, and then one ethnic group lay down tools and then they are recruited into the security services, we all know the chaos this is going to create for the nation. It is simply not the way to go.
Opanya utesa okasa kane swafa bedi etira na ohye omayi yafisam ne yabambo mu na wokọ emrasebe dwafie so a intira committee bi atwom no na ye ranking member Kofi Amankwa Manu wochesa IGP asem kan ye no wankane ye sase enye kwan pa wo befa so de asiesie entokwasem wo baabi yento so na fe ye ma enkramantami mu a mene weka se enkramantami soafo ma Melinda Okulu ne buafu ye pa ne nyina ne se so ko Ramsa site wodoma djuma bi ekoso a bebia eni se nipa dasani asase ne nye dia eni so ko project ho no na nipa bia ko sisi wo madan ne wo structures ne ade ho no ma na ne na mampade beka se bibibia esi nsuo kwan na nsuo to a onya ne kwan ya woso ofa na wobudi ko fa manfo fie mu no wosofo ne ma chese Ghana fo da nyina no asofo a womo ewo mu eni mu mansi mu mpanyifo ne hwe se wombe yi sa ne ma nyina fi nsuo kwa mu na nsuo ne stakobas obesia wonya ne kwan na wakoboko yenkofa turentim bia ma eho adwuma ena nkremantami soafo wasase a woye na Ramsa site ho no womo ekoye no womo echese na eye dwumadie na womo edie ene eho totoye no eho behia se company bia womo no womo sisisi adan bi ni ade na one ne call terms bia na ke wo se company no wono ne fan wodi ye adwuma kowie eche ne wamfa nye adwuma na kodwomensa brampa ebrampanyifo koye na wokototo ne ma akohye se de ho samtie na adan ahodo tisi esuo kwamu woma ye fi honom no na okokopie so e wo Ramsa site honom a de ensemwe ebaye na yentie amanebo a KMA edebaye wone regional coordinating council team no na ekosanto aboyi
nkramanto mu ne ye ayesi ni bia se eba na nsuyere eba amanfo wontirim ono namdo amampeni za to gade anomona wetu a fiisi sensu to a sensu yiri baba mpo a sunsu ando no onye kese no ono na wonam da woro 20 weja Ramsa site ka ho beye de wanhwe na adana wesisi da minsu bia nyina no wobabu ni nyina amasensu to a wonya bia ejina na wamfa nsu yiri ho asotwe kese biara ambre Ghana fo in the regional coordinating councillor, regional minister Dano, Wabanamon, there. In some of my pain, John Draman Mahama Kano, Ult one among Asha there. In Sha was Shani and no man for Zay, Juma, Waja, Ramsa Sat, Nawazi, Caltech, Transport Company Limited, and some are Wakacha on the one Yanina, Onyaza.
The property in question that we're talking about, what is happening now is that we were approached by the local community to try and do the filling, because as you can see, the whole of Malam Junction is waterlogged. And so without the filling that we're doing, it will just cause havoc in the area, and it just started.
They thought that filling this place will rather solve the flood problem.
If you live here and you've been here for a very long time, you'd realize that because of the chunk of water that collects here, when it becomes so full, it actually reverses back onto the main road and floods the main road. So what we needed to do was to ensure that we created a path that the water would flow than to actually stay here as a sink.
Regional Minister Lindo Kru, Ochira Yauzi Kase, a way in Mitia, the company was a woman penny. Nasama okeno
so yeah, because a do don't know what's here to be anya because any machines are here to be juma and usha place now what's here juma pan Chinese for the honomu a honor problem now what the ding because a nuna gata no drain now what it is a drain soon to me far nani akan I the abesi when munina links to the main event saying drain the sea. Enti ano na ye to me anye juma wo hon because a honor president ejina ya or ma directive for enti ye ni ye hwe nim say ene at least e was here comply with the president directive na ne was here nye wo hon ya yes say Caltech for omo failure meaning say president directive no almost they will not comply with it, and the assembly also sat on concern. On concern. Near was a munyanka was a moment situational reporter. About I said near friends a Caltech for Nkayen Tuka. I mean, look at the number of people we came with. What you say? Inti Tisani America will go back. Yabasamba bium. Nani was here yababe. This summer ya the machine beba, but it will be at their own cost. Omu ya the machine bakra. The omu no umbe to yahunka.
Mami Linda Okulu eyen kremante mi soafo nti de yekoso mampani asa wo nyina eso mo hwese bibia esi nso kwan wo mbe ye fi kwan ma nso ne ba wo nyane kwan afam de yekoso ewo ha eno no anapa no sia kase bo na wuti ha ya Adom 106.3 na yeto so a galamse ko ani hu nkomodie nyana na hyase abandada wo fi so MPP aban yi Ghana fobo na chia bo amania ko wi akire empanyefo bia ne wo mo waban mu asabe no mo opposition ekyesese mampania ye na dwene se galamse do betu ase na wotwepe obetu de atu ase wo Ghana ha sei amana ye yie ne momenam se enipa bi wo MPP aban sabre ni mu a wo mo na kyese galamse sika no wo mo gigo mboto munti no na ye de mampani na nando den kwakufa de sabre no eso betu galamse na se ehun kobodie koso bi kokoko wi achi krempo no enne wo mo aban mu bi ka se nka aban no kra sabre no won declare state of emergency na wiase nyina hu se Ghana galamse tibia na ye wom no ano odin abroso se oman no ehia sa eye bia no wotiniti ase na bibia adadin na aban sesaba bo se dodo na aban di baye ene nsema wom ekan nyina no na Ghana fo ensusuye ema no galamse ko ne ho no eye de ebroso ye dutwem ya na wo hwenim se nkomo baye krompo no bosumi mienu no galamse etubetwa na so nei no bi mu susuye mu de galamse ro kwa na ekosoro a eye abroso na eno na era Felix kwati ofuso a okasama aban ene cha no one TV din kobo no obisa se eno bi etwem mo ka se na wotwe krampo no samampani ni abreso betu galamse se a obetu de tu ma ba bosome miensa atwem ekọ nanim muntumi ento na moma omani hunu se de ye ni galamse de di tu ase asema era Felix kwati ofuso kan se galamse akon na ye kono enya na watwe nya bosome nyam abosome miensa bosome nan asemu na echese eye a lifetime eye bibia ye di emfidudo na ekon into no Ghana for enya botema ho.
By which time we can say our water bodies are restored, galamse has ended.
First of all, I'm not sure that a timeline is necessarily the conversation we should be having. I think it should be a lifelong activity. The point is that we cannot guarantee that people will stop wanting to do galamse. Every time that somebody plans to do galamse and actually starts doing it, it is the duty of the state to fight it. So to the extent that humans are such that they will always want to go and do something contrary to the law, we must remain eternally vigilant. What matters is that people see demonstrable commitments to fighting it. said that today, if you are engaged in Galamsey or I'm engaged in Galamsey, we will be stopped by the government and action will be taken against us. I think that is what people want, rather than limiting yourself to say, oh, in 2 months I will fight Galamsey. I'm not sure that that is a.
Enti ayade bia ene oman no lifelong tintin untumi nkasa na wochi mienu untumi nkasa na wochi botum de akogalamsa ma na yeye na na Ghana fo bi chese we de omasesa oman no ho sama kwaye bebre no a na Erastus Asare Donko woba multimedia ha se ya woye mane boni sanso ye nua yo no ansem twadwuma ya no woye na ba ne galamse ko no a wa kofri yakato abreso de ba besi enne ye Erastus eguso a ejinemu na wase asema Felix akane de no kranie wote ye no ne ho gyi no pa no se na enye wo bia wo opposition wo kasa na wotwe kra no o ma aban na nasesa abrema mpani betum de ato de ato galamse ase nti de ne de wo kasa wontumi fa bre ento galamse ko ho na mom no e wo se wo mototo niema eye ejese wiase bibia ansa na wotumi eto ase yenti Erastus anu ye a wode ba ye e wo Felix ensem na chi
se wahwe Minister for Land Amakofiboa wahwe ne behavior ne move about galamse for some time now since he assumed officer, you realize that I kasanko. You be say, in fact, action a woman is the kind of vima any vigor or promise any African or the buy no. It is never one government spokesperson. Rebecca say fight, a lifelong fight. No money, and no more position is a lifelong fight. And I'm joining the masses to demand immediate action. I'm joining the masses to demand a state of emergency on our water bodies and the forest reserves. It will have a double standard, a double standard. We demand immediate action when you are in opposition, and then when the mantle has been given to you, you now have the power. You hold the reins of power. You are singing a different song, a lifelong and the amount of time. And for all you know, almost say forest, no man, 1 day, 1 minute, the amount of forest for best sale within a week, it will take millions of Ghana cedis to repair. It is seriously, about baby air cordon, any feet dragging be 90 be as a year, as a abemo bu, as a quay, nimasi, a bayeti, quasi with na quantity and wow be.
And Erastus Ekaya no wasinti na banyi ni muse galamse kono enya dia beka se putupuru ya kwanwie yetu ase na wono wo eta Adom bi etie esaba no on declare state of emergency aba no to galamse ase o eno etu oche se osanso di ya pa se de neyi nipa bi abandada na breso na wo ma no odin na wo mo eku galamse ho na bi krompo ko strike o galamse ho se aban no entu galamse ase na ban se san ya galamse no kra no afeche se ejin sabo no omunyina din ya won't be kasa wo moni ayira no wo so odi ya pa e wo sade ne ho
onya Ghana Medical Association ko abusa almost say adenti na omuni nipa omuhu nsunsanso e free galamse mu ba nsunsanso enya galamse nsunsanso enya won kola ayawo childhood cancer akisiku e ban kola omuhu bi galamse site omo first time of us here mramere adenti na GMA omo ene who first hand kidney yare ahodwa eba adan omo de prior to election ye nyina ye gitu mu se yenko strike ni enforce aban ma nya ne yetene enfan save ye nyina yenkwa no omo chicken out omo twe omo ho ele omo nyina obia kana no atu adan na TUC idea de na num that time no edru baabi no omo twetwan ye nanso so eba ba o makatua na so omo salary na omo ayi ho sense ya ko bia ma na yi so ko strike.
Erastus Asare Donko ena wotene kano na yebegina semisura na pano sia kase bo medini nyina si kai se DBS Industries Limited adwumako a edanso bo niam no diaba DBS bo yechi dom ti se edanso bo niam na wo se okoto a hwe na kira kwan kone koto honom afebo sinto bia mam na ato edanso bo niam wo DBS nchen a amount 20 years feeding warranty eye DBS so say roofing papa efie me sorry sweet dear happy birthday to sister Mercy Buodi owaboso kan Zongo Junction ene nyame edin fie ba kwa kan fie ho obode wono mo nkwatenten yedie ene apomodin papa na wo ma wo enyine menya 106.3 years we free me pa akosi PK and chain and what the MRT sister Mercy Bodi nyame wonyo kese pa na ene yanso na minua ba awu yo makwala ne grandmother Edampam ewo teshi ene twiblo mpotem hodoma ye nyina yekọ na yakọta akire akọtete busuarete wo woni abusuani nyina monko se why ma me jere Sylvia pebia ansa yana dodo na friend ma Jane odane benkum so ene ne china ena ye ne ekoso ndi ye ba teshi bushud yeba na yaba behwe ama bibia adadin mada wasa no pia ma omonitie edin amegye so ene abena pokoa wenie I promise ebo michidom ena Miss Maleka GH ucha mitumu live o Facebook and YouTube ne wagina duko me kwaji abo akwa yi no ena wagina chichi mami akua gengelisho set na se asetena padwumadie ena wode ban ko ba bia ba kwasi so e krada wo bo ni chidom makra
Adom FM